Welcome to the show called Beyond Our Galaxy. Today's show is about the following. Astronomers and their telescopes. Ever since the beginning of time, man has looked up into the night sky, looking, studying, wondering. What really is way out there. Beyond our galaxy. Popular TV shows like Lost in Space, Star Trek, Buck Rogers, have all inspired that generation who watched these shows to use their imagination. In 1610, astronomer Galileo Galilei pointed his newly made primitive telescope at the night sky and said, I wonder what that was I saw. And Galileo's journey continues. But today in the 21st century, astronomers use more advanced tools to explore the night sky. Galileo would even be impressed with the next telescope if he were alive today seen in this next picture. The Hubble telescope. Astronomers use three different kinds of telescopes. Binoculars, which were an invention made in the 17th century. Binoculars are easy handheld instrument that can easily scan the night sky to search the universe with. Binoculars create an image in an easy view. The second kind of telescope the astronomer uses is a a refractor kind of telescope seen here in this picture. One looks straight into the telescope and views the night sky. The light travels right through the scope to the eyepiece. The third kind of telescope astronomers use is a reflector telescope that uses a secondary mirror to let light travel to the eyepiece after it is reflected. Here is a picture diagram of what a reflector telescope looks like. The reflector telescope is probably the most easiest and comfortable type to use. Now that we know something about telescopes, we can take a look at some of the bigger ones used today. Like this one. Lowell Observatory, Flagstaff, Arizona. Astronomer Percival Lowell founded this observatory in 1910. Astronomer Lowell is at his telescope exploring the night sky. Astronomer Percival Lowell had a passion for astronomy. Many astronomers often founded their own observatories. Lowell Observatory, and it has a Clark-style dome. It houses two types of telescopes. A 42-inch reflector telescope and a 24-inch Clark telescope. Our next astronomical observatory is Keck Observatories, Mauna Kea, Hawaii. Home of the twin telescopes. Keck Observatories are located some 13,600 feet above ground level. These twin observatories are built on an Altazimuth mount. In 1985, it was businessman W.M. Keck who gave $70 million to help build this telescope observatory. Today, Keck Observatories uses lasers and adaptive optics. It also uses computers to establish a stargaze trail. Our next observatory is McDonald Observatory, located in West Texas. Owned and operated by the University of Texas in Austin. McDonald Observatory is located in distant Mount Davis location. McDonald Observatory is located far enough away from city pollution lights. Our next observatory is Yerkes Observatory, Williams Bay, Wisconsin, dedicated in 1897. Yerkes Observatory has the world's largest refracting telescope. Yerkes Observatory, Williams Bay, Wisconsin, operated by the University of Chicago. Yerkes Observatory here is home of the following telescopes. The 40-inch telescope, and it also houses a 24-inch reflecting telescope as well. Yerkes 40-inch refractor telescope. Yerkes Observatory was founded in 1897 by American astronomer George Ellery Hale, 1868 to 1938. Astrophotography started here as well. Our next observatory is Palomar Observatory, located in San Diego, California. Palomar Observatory, San Diego, California. Palomar Mountains. Palomar Observatory, San Diego County, Palomar Mountains. Home of the famous 200-inch reflector telescope. Built between 1936 and 1948. Mount Palomar is located 5,165 feet in the air. It first saw the light of the stars on January 1st, 1948. Mount Palomar is privately owned by Caltech Institute. Our next observatory is McCormick Observatory, Charlottesville, Virginia. Owned and operated by the Department of Astronomy at the University of Virginia. McCormick Observatory was founded in 1884. It was named after its leader, Leonard J. McCormick, from 1819 to 1900. It is located in the mountains at the altitude of some 866 feet in the air. Here is a picture of McCormick's refractor telescope. Our next observatory is Keck Observatory, San Jose, California. Keck Observatory is located on Mount Hamilton. (4,209 feet in the air). Founded in 1888, it has 7 telescope observatories and is controlled by the University of California. Keck Observatory has the famous 36-inch refractor telescope as seen in the next picture. Keck Observatory, main building. Our next observatory is Keck Peak Observatory, Tohono O'odham Nation, Arizona, USA. Located on top of the Cumulus Mountains, 6,880 feet high, houses 24 optical telescopes and 2 radio telescopes, 5 wind telescopes. Our next observatory is Griffith Observatory, Mount Hollywood, located on some 3,015 acres of land. Griffith Observatory was built between 1933 and 1935. The observatory opened on May 14, 1935. Griffith Observatory is located on the south side of Mount Hollywood. Our next observatory is this. AAO, Australian Astronomical Observatory, Coonabarabran, Australia. Jointly built between the two countries of the United Kingdom and Australia in 1965. AAO operates two telescopes, Anglo-Australian Telescope, 3.9-inch reflector, and the UK Schmidt Telescope, a 1.2-inch reflector. AAO is located 3,819 feet above sea level. Here are one of the telescopes at AAO. Our next observatory is Big Bear Solar Observatory, Big Bear Lake, California. Located 6,760 feet above sea level. The purpose for this observatory is to safely study what is in the next picture. The sun. Our last observatory is this one. The Hubble Space Telescope. Hubble telescope was launched into space by the Space Shuttle Discovery on April 24th, 1990. Hubble's telescope's mirror is 7.9 feet in length, and here is its mirror being worked on. Hubble Space Telescope operates in low Earth orbit, length 43 feet, weight 24,500 pounds. Mission time in space as of producing of the day's show is 23 years, 5 months, and 19 days. Here are some awesome pictures of what the Hubble telescope has taken for us. So relax and enjoy the view. We have now seen some of the many different places where professional astronomers watch and study the night sky at observatories. Around the world, and where they are also share new discoveries in the universe with each other. Here again are some of those awesome observatories in review. So we sit right down and relax and enjoy the rest of the show. Only time will tell what we Earthlings will find when we look up into space with our telescopes and beyond our galaxy.